Hello, Taurus, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future for mid to end of May 2023, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading, and I've clarified those oracle cards with a different tarot deck. I have a deck that we'll be diving into already shuffled, as well as the decks that we'll be diving into in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. All right, Taurus, let's jump in. What am I doing? Let's jump in here. In your recent past, you're very close to achieving your goal with the 9 of Wands in reverse. Closer you get to the end of a cycle, the harder the cycle gets. Right before things happen for you, it feels like things are not happening for you. In fact, I've really learned to embrace that over the course of my life. I've learned that right before it's the darkest before dawn. Like right before things get good, things get like the worst that they feel they can. And I feel like that's kind of what you've been going through here, Taurus, is I feel like it's like every time I just feel like specifically in your recent past, like things, you hit some sort of big obstacle or maybe a lot of different obstacles. Like it just feels like you were hit with a bunch of resistance. Now, I feel like through working through that, if you were able to work through it with a mindset of faith and not with a mindset of fear, and which led to sabotage, that you've created the opportunity for things to come together for you. I actually feel like for all Tauruses, this is basically saying that things through your recent past we're actually working out for you, because in your current energy, you have the energy is gaining momentum to the world. So you really are coming up on things closing out here. But you have to remember, and I'm going to say it again, I know I already said it, and we're only 2 minutes in, but the closer you get to the end of the cycle, the harder things seem. The more intense things will get, the more extreme the situation will feel. And that is typically when our faith is being tested the most, because that is usually when most people give up. It's right before things happen for them. Which is it's always so interesting to me, like the way that those energies kind of come out, is it really does seem like right before things happen, right before the wheel turns or the ships come in or things play out the way that they're ultimately wanting to, it's like things kind of seemingly go the opposite. And in those times is when you're actually able to either create things going better or repeat a cycle, to have the opportunity to do that again. Now, in your immediate future, you have faith in your dreams with the Chariot or the Chariot upright. Having faith in what it is you're wanting to create and the life you're wanting to live and the relationships you're wanting to have, that is the only way to move things forward for you. Your faith is going to be the most important aspect of your creation process. And that doesn't mean faith in a specific God or a specific, aspect of a spiritual understanding. It means having faith in a spiritual connection of your own understanding. Universe, spirit, God, your higher self, whoever it is that you feel the most comfortable with, that you feel the most connected to, that's what I'm talking about. All right, recent past for Taurus, clarifying you're very close to achieving your goal with the 9 of Wands in reverse. This is for Taurus's recent past, please. Recent past for Taurus. The Moon with the 10 of Cups. There it is. I knew it. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So in your recent past, you were faced with so much fear. Like, I feel like you were faced with the level of fear that, like I said, like causes most people to like recoil or to give up on a path or to give up on a relationship or something. Because here's the 10 of Cups. This is talking about your long-term emotional fulfillment. Now, that doesn't just need to mean relationships. It can be emotional fulfillment that comes from, a fulfilling career or just fulfilling circumstances in general. But here's the crazy part, and this is why I said I knew it, is here's the Ace of Pentacles, opportunity, right? The fear was actually an opportunity, because it was allowing you, your response to your reality is what creates your reality. If you respond with fear and limiting beliefs, you often have a tendency to sabotage. Now, the tricky thing is that that is the first way we typically view a situation, is through the lens of our fear and our limiting beliefs. And when we view things through that lens, we then act on those beliefs, and that creates more of that situation, right? In those moments when we're experiencing massive amounts of fear and obstacles and seeming failure that seems to be happening, we have a choice in that moment to choose between fear and faith. And when we can lean into faith and we can step outside of the trigger and we can say, what am I needing to learn right now? What part of my belief system is being challenged? Meaning, is there a part of me that believes I'm not deserving, that's being affirmed through this fear? What fear is being brought to the surface, and what belief am I wanting to put in its place? Because in those moments is when you create miracles for yourself. And so the moments that we have to face fear are the moments that we're actually I can't speak. Are the moments that we're actually being given an opportunity from the universe. I got really excited there explaining that message, and it was hard for me to verbalize for a second. Okay, recent past here for Taurus, the strength with the 7 of Cups in reverse. And then you have the 8 of Wands. Things I feel like in your recent past in particular felt really up in the air, and they felt really out of your control. And that was absolutely intentional, because we experience fear, and through that fear, we transmute it to faith. We can transmute it to faith. That's the opportunity, right? We can choose to believe the fear, or we can choose to transform it into faith. And your confidence in your path or in something that you're trying to create, a relationship, whatever the case is, was really tested in your recent past. And I feel like it still is being tested in your current energy a little bit more, because you're still heading to the end of a cycle. And I feel like the biggest thing that's coming through about your recent past is understanding that you're very close to achieving your goal, meaning that you are very close to being able to, in your immediate future, have faith in your dreams, right? To being able to have what it is that you're wanting. But the way that you respond when your environment is telling you otherwise is going to be what creates your future. So if you respond with fear, then that's going to be what is created. This is saying this need to choose. It's almost like this is building up to something. Like, it's almost like this is saying something happened in your recent past. It's affecting your current energy, and it's all giving you like advice on how to handle your future. And it's like, choose faith. Make the decision to choose faith with the 7 of Cups in reverse and the Strength card here. Choosing faith. Like, I really feel like it's like faith. This whole reading so far just feels like faith over fear. But in your recent past, I feel like you were really hit with this onset of fear, and you're still kind of working through that. Recent past for Taurus. Yeah, look at that. My God, like so many triggers. Super triggered in your recent past. And then you have this 10 of Swords in reverse. But just because things didn't go the way that you thought that they would doesn't mean they're not working out for you. Like, and that's the whole thing with faith, right? Is believing that things are always working out for you, even if you can't understand it or see it in the moment. And I feel like it almost feels like aspects of your past were like brought back up in your recent past, and that's why it felt so fearful. Like, maybe if you've experienced failure before, or if you've experienced like what is in your mind worst case scenario, like your recent past was almost the validation of those fears. But in those moments when we're experiencing that fear, it doesn't mean that our fear is real. It doesn't mean that it's telling us a truth. It means that it is literally saying, hey, I'm afraid that something from your past is repeating itself, or I'm afraid of this worst case scenario situation that, I've completely created up in my mind. And in those moments are the most important aspects of our journey, because that's when you're needing to choose to, again, step outside of the trigger and see it from a bigger perspective. But that is not always that easy, and I do understand that. So let's see, Taurus, what you're dealing with in your current energy. So recent past, super triggering. No doubt about that. Current energy here for Taurus, clarifying the energy is gaining momentum with the World card. Current energy for Taurus. Ooh. Interesting. I don't know if you fully know this or not, Taurus, but you're kind of closed off to your intuition. Your heart is closed off to the guidance of your higher self right now. That's going to be an important thing to fix. It's going to be important to tap more into your intuition now more than ever as you get to the end of the cycle. Yeah, because there's the Chariot and the Star. Because you don't want to make decisions based on purely emotion. You want to make decisions based on intuition and you being centered, right? But if you're coming off of an energy of being super triggered, it makes sense that you're having a hard time fully hearing your intuition. Current energy here for Taurus. It just feels like things aren't happening for you. Like, I feel like things are moving so slowly in the direction of this, your dreams of whatever this is, that your focus has been more on how long it's been taking instead of how far you've come. Because I do feel like you've come pretty far, Taurus. I feel like it's hard for you to see that unless you zoom out into a big picture and you look at where you were, maybe a few months ago, maybe a couple of years ago. I don't want to put a timeline on it in particular because everyone's journey is different. But I do feel like there's this level of like not seeing that the divine timing associated with this is so vitally important. Because here's the thing: if you didn't work through all of these triggers, if you didn't work through all of this fear, if you didn't have to face it and work through it, and whatever it's associated with, maybe financial struggles or being alone forever or whatever the case is, if you didn't have to face your fear in association with whatever this is, you would sabotage your abundance away like that. You hear it all of the time with people who win the lottery or come into like a large amount of money in their inheritance. They didn't like, I don't want to say work for it, but like they didn't, well, I guess, yeah, work for it. And I'm not just saying like materially, like grind for it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like have to face the process of building to it. So they don't understand what it's like to have abundance and they end up blowing it all away or giving it all, like just not being smart with it until they don't have anything, right? You hear it all the time. And so there's this need to understand that the universe only gives you what it is that you are wanting, your abundance, whenever you are the person that is able to, yes, obviously attract it, but also sustain it. You have to be able to step into the energy of someone who is so believing that they are deserving of what it is that they want and what it is that they have, that they're able to sustain it for the long term. Not to the, you don't want to be in an energy where you receive whatever it is that you deserve and you're so fearful of losing it that fear then takes over and sabotages it away, right? There's so many ways that could happen. And so understand that divine timing is very much at play here. And just because things aren't happening as fast as you want them to or in the way that you want them to, it does not mean that they are not happening for you. Current energy for Taurus. Oh boy. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Nope, it's Ace of Pentacles upright, sorry. This is this opportunity. And I feel like this is what you're wanting. Some sort of an opportunity here that you don't feel deserving of. You might think that you do. Remember, 95% of your movements, choices, and decisions come from your subconscious. Meaning you can consciously be like, I'm deserving of this. I want this opportunity. But then your movements, choices, and decisions that align with the 95% of you that is saying, I'm not deserving, or I never have been deserving, so why would I be deserving now? Or whatever those limiting beliefs are for you, are going to act against whatever it is that you want, whatever that 5% of you it is that you want. So that's why your limiting beliefs and that 95% of you has to be shifted through your circumstances and through, situations that are difficult and through cycles and things like that, so that you can shift those to align more with what you want instead of what you fear or what you have experienced. So understand that everything really is happening for you here, Taurus. Immediate future for Taurus, clarifying, have faith in your dreams with the Chariot. Immediate future for Taurus, clarifying, have faith in your dreams with the Chariot. One more. Immediate future for Taurus, please. Ooh. Ooh, Taurus. You have a choice coming up, a really important choice coming up. I want more on this Two of Swords. What is this choice? And it could be like an in-the-moment choice. What is this choice that Taurus has coming up in their immediate future? Two of Swords for Taurus's immediate. No. Two of Swords for Taurus's immediate future. The Death, the King of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, it's not telling me what the choice is. You'll know, but it's whatever it is, it's going to end this cycle or repeat it. Ooh, that is spicy. I don't want you to feel like this is a life or death thing. Like, repeating cycles isn't a bad thing. If you repeat a cycle, it just means that you weren't yet ready to move forward in that direction. And that is okay. That's nothing to be ashamed about. It doesn't mean that you are not good enough. It literally just means that you are not there yet. And that being not there yet doesn't mean that, you're not there yet. You're exactly where you're supposed to be all the time, right? So don't think that I'm like, this is the wrong choice and this is going to throw you off for the rest of your life. No, I'm never going to give an anxiety-inducing reading like that, because that is just not true. So don't think that. But there is a choice that you're needing to make in your immediate future. And I really feel like it's going to be a choice that is rooted in fear or faith. It's going to be the decision to choose between fear or faith. Immediate future for Taurus. Immediate future for Taurus. Okay, hang on. I want to reshuffle because it's continuing to clarify what we already pulled. This is messages. These are messages for Taurus's immediate future. Because I clarified that Two of Swords. All right, messages for Taurus's immediate future, please. Oh, okay. So you have the World in reverse. So it's a decision that could close a cycle, and that would bring about quite a bit of stability for you here. Three of Pentacles in reverse with the Chariot in reverse. Okay. You're going to know it when you're there. And it's going to feel like, I almost feel like it could even be choice between like two equal opportunities, or choice between like here's the best way it's coming through. You're pursuing a path, a passion-based path that is a business you're trying to build or something. And this is not exactly what I'm saying, but this is like what the choice feels like. You're pursuing a business that you love. Like, there's passion behind it. It could be art, it could be spiritual, whatever the case is. And you're building it, and things, you're able to maybe kind of pay the bills, but you're not really making as much to feel safe about it. And then along comes this job offer of making like a substantial amount of money a year that would like solve all of your financial problems. Like, taking this job would solve like everything that you're worried about. And you have the choice to either continue to pursue. You can't do both. You can't do both. You have the choice to either pursue this path, this passion path, or take the job that is actually the easy way out. So it kind of feels like it's like, and that job would be like that fear-based, I'm never going to get there pursuing my passion. That's what this feels like. It's like you're going to have to choose the faith. having faith in some way. Or this is just saying, like, I mean, making sure you're making choices in that way. But I feel like there's one specific decision here. And you want to choose the, like, I hate to say like the road less traveled, but like kind of. Like you want to choose the path that is going to be more rooted in your faith. Wow. Okay. Immediate future for Taurus. And that's going to be what I feel like closes out a cycle here. Immediate future for Taurus. It's not that job, by the way, is not, it's not like a dream job. It's not like it's not something that you would like hate, but it's certainly not something that you have passion for, that you like love pursuing. Like that's what I mean. Like it's literally choosing like something that you don't love for the money, or pursuing something you love out of faith that the money will come. And I'm not saying that it's exactly that or anything like that. It could be relationships or something like that. Immediate future for, look at that. There is a new beginning available for you. Choosing faith brings you to this brand new beginning. But with it being in reverse, it's nothing certain. Because there's the Eight of Wands. It's still up in the air. And it depends on the way, this Two of Swords, this decision that you make. Okay, Taurus, we're going to hop on over to the extended. I'm going to clarify these messages and dive into some advice and then pull an advice card for you at the end. Maybe I just did the Virgo extended reading and I completely forgot to pull the advice card. And then I went to go add to the video and I was just going to pull an advice card after, and I like couldn't. Like the messages did not make any sense, and I was like, maybe I just wasn't supposed to. I don't know. But that's the plan, and we'll see what Spirit has in store for us. But thank you, Taurus, as always, for your support of my channel. I do hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Taurus.